faith is so important because it's what keeps us going every day. It's the gratitude we say in the morning when we see we made it and the sun is out. It's when we recognize how we're supported by people every day just to get through the day. Faith gets to those fundamental questions about who am I and what do I do in this world and who can I do this with and what difference does it make? Does it make a difference that I take a stand or that I use my voice? I grew up in Ohio, Chinese American, born of immigrant parents who met each other and found work in Ohio and decided to raise a family there. So that was a key factor of my experience. I wasn't living around other Chinese Americans outside of my family. And I knew that I was born into this context of race and racism in this country, in a context which was mostly black and white, and trying to understand where was I in that role, and being part of a racial minority, I had to bridge to other racial minority groups, other people who were on the outside of society for one reason or another. We all had to learn how to come together. And so I think I learned my most basic bridge building skills growing up in that context. For my family, faith has always been an important part of our journey. As many immigrant communities, a faith community, a congregation is a place where you can find a sense of belonging and a place. For me, it's been a journey of figuring out how does faith connect to the world. And that it wasn't just faith in an internal or insular way, but faith connected to changing and transforming the world around us. The role of people of faith and the role of prophetic justice has an important role in the shaping and transforming of this country. I think as the Interfaith Movement for Human Integrity, we are trying to bring together people across the spectrum of faiths and no faith. People of different spiritual beliefs, and say, what are the common values that we share? It's love, dignity, respect, a commitment to peace and nonviolence, a commitment to honoring and lifting up those who are most suffering. So I think it's the issues that we are called to respond to are the issues all around us, specifically around the ways that race in the United States is impacting different communities, criminalizing or stigmatizing or creating racial inequity in our country. And for us as an organization, those are primarily around the inequities of the immigration system and the inequities of the carceral system, and the ways communities of color have been targeted by both of those systems. Faith isn't just something to be locked inside any one person. Faith is a collective experience, and we're part of a collective. We're part of community. We're part of society. And so it's important that our faith not just stay in our head and not just stay in our heart, but be expressed through our hands and our feet and in what we actually do.